Terve! Welcome to Kepperi's garage. And welcome also to build some Suzuki stuff for a while. I'm going to build new tail light. It's been a little bit problematic with the seat mounted LED strip light because it's like pointing towards up, and whenever someone is driving behind me I'm not counting on the someone to be able to see whether I'm braking and using the turn signals. So I will create this new light. So here we have the test bed set up for the brake light functionality. I'm using this LM317T voltage regulator. It's looking like this. And what it does, well, it's limiting the current for this case. Whenever we are using the brake light, it's like normal driving light, and whenever you press brake it will get brighter. So that's the effect I'm looking for. And I'm using also these LED spotlights. This kind of, it's 12 volt LED spotlight, comes with this mount, so you can put it on there, and whenever you dump it into the hole it will make sure that the LED stays there. So I'm using multiple of those, and now I have the setup here where I have the LED light, single LED light, and I have hooked in also the voltage regulator. Then I'm having the power source here. It's set up to 12 volts. So here we have the voltage regulator, and this is input for the 12 volts. So this is connected to the motorcycle's electrical system. And then we have the output. Then we have the adjust there. So whenever we put the 12 volts here, this will output 4 volts. So this is our driving light here. And whenever we include this stuff in there, it will generate the almost 12 volts. So whenever we press the brake light, we will bypass the 4 volts. So we, in common sense, we will connect these two, so it's then the bright light. But whenever the brake switch is not engaged, this will brake and the tail light has only the 4 volts to run with, so it's not that bright. I hope it makes some sense. I will show it to you on the brake board. Alright, so here we have the brake board configuration system, and there's our brake light. There's the current voltage for it, so it's running only with the middle one. So it's the drive mode. But whenever I press the brake switch, we will connect those two. It will go up to 11 volts. Nice. And we also need to add resistor between the 12 volts and the output, because we don't want to blow up the LEDs if there will be more current than the 12 volts. And with the motorcycles we of course might have that. I have now the new voltage regulator rectifier, which seems to be pretty stable, 12 volts, but let's see. This is the electrical side of things, but let's see how's the actual tail light's gonna be like. And here we have the 3D model for the brake light. So it's looking like this. So this is the behind. These holes are going to be filled with the LEDs. I also have these smaller holes here. Not sure whether I will also add the blinkers there, because it's like this is 13 centimeters, so nobody understands if it's going to blink on other side than the other side. It's too small, so it's only gonna be the brake light. There will be the cover for the brake light, and inside will be some space for the electrical stuff, like for the previously shown configuration. So that shape follows pretty much the rear fender. and I'm probably going to be hot gluing this underneath the rear fender. It's not an everlasting solution, but nothing lasts forever, I guess. Here's the back door. Let's see whether it fits on the bike or not. Alright, moment of truth. Whoa, it's perfect fit, hey! It's perfect fit. This will look awesome, I'm pretty sure. Should I actually put the blinkers there? It might actually look pretty nice. I might just do that. I don't have the small blinkers, but I can do it with the red ones, yeah. Alright, so all the LEDs are now there. So I will cut the wires, weld them together, and I need to somehow connect the voltage regulator between everything, so let's see how it goes. I squirted the hot glue in there and filled the hole with the glue, so I'm pretty sure it will hold the LEDs in place. Next step will be cutting the wires and connecting the wires. So I taped out the blinker positive wires so I don't mix it up with the other stuff. And I am going to connect these parallel, so I'm gonna connect all the blacks together and all the reds or the positives for the brake lights together in the center, and then I will have one negative and one positive coming out from the box, and of course the positives for the blinkers. I encountered small problem here. If I want to have this working like this, so when you are like normally having the lights or the power on the motorcycle, all the LEDs will be like dimmed, but it's on. When you press brake, the brake lights will go bright, but the blinker ones should stay like dimmed, but still on. And if you switch on the turn signal, these will blink. These should still work as independently. That's the operation I want. I came up with this kind of sketch. Here we have the normal 12 volts coming in for the brake light, and sorry, it's not correct. Alright, so here we have the sketch for it. So here's the bike plus 12 volts. It comes in for the voltage regulator, where we can have either 8 volts or 4 volts out of it. So we will be using 4 volts for the like driving light. And the 4 volts is going in for the brake lights. So these L's are these bigger ones. And the B is blinker. So the 4 volts will be across the all lights. The 4 volts will be going in for the blinker to here. But there will be the diode to prevent the 12 volts coming in this way when the blinker switch is turned on. So there is the blinker switch, it will push in the 12 volts whenever it's needed, but when this is turned off, it will get the 4 volts from the voltage regulator. And whenever the brake switch triggers on, it will also push in the 12 volts for the brake lights only, but here, pop, it will stop there. No, it does not stop there. What the fuck? We need to have another diode, I guess. Just a second. It's fixed. Alright. So we need to have another diode here so the brake switch doesn't ignite the blinker. Because I don't want the blinker to be brightened from the brake light. So if you have the brakes on and you're trying to signal the turning, it won't signal anything because it's like bright all the time. So I guess this will do it. Not sure. Alright. Now I'm trying to figure out which size diode I should use, and one of these bigger LEDs are drawing 0.2 milliamperes. So 0.2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go with 7 because the small ones doesn't draw that much. We have some room there. So 1.4 amps. 2 amps would be more than enough. Now I need to Google out which diode is suitable. So 12 volts, 2 amps diode. It mostly gives us some sort of glimpse about which we should use. So I think that I found out which one I'm gonna use. So this is FR207 diode, and we will have it there. So now the current will go from there to there, but not this way. Alright, so I think that I figured it out. So we have the 4 volts going in here. Then there is separation with the diode, so this way for the blinker and this way for the brake light. So the current is only going for the lights, like in our drawing. So if I add 12 volts here, it won't go into other way. So let's see what happens. Or does this blow up? Yes, so now we have the driving light mode. It's working as intended actually now. So now I'm adding the 12 volts for the blinker side. Fuck this. The cables are like completely not meant to be used in this way. Yep, stable enough. So now we are adding the 12 volts for the blinker, which is the blinking switch. Oh, it's leaking some current actually. Also for the brake lights. Then we press the brake. Here's the brake circuit. So now we press the brake. Oops, wrong hole. Nice. So it's leaking some of the current. I guess it's fine as long as it holds the amps and doesn't blow up or anything. So what have we achieved? We have brake light, turn signal plus 12 volts. My welds doesn't probably pass the quality tests, but it's not that big of a deal. This is only a prototype. And the final step is to have the 12 volts for the brakes. Alright, so should we test it? If it works or not? I'm a little bit concerned of the components touching each other, but I'm going to hot glue the whole box where the connections are, so it shouldn't be a problem. At least not for now. Alright, let's see. Smoke alert. Now we have the driving mode. Then we do one blinker. I'm loving it. Then we go another blinker. The jumper wire is shitty. What about the brake? Wow. First try and it did work. How about the brakes with the blinker? It's not gonna blink, but it should be on same time with the brake light, but not for the other side, of course. Alright, ready? Brake and blink. Great stuff, Ness. Woo, stoked. Great. Next step is to put everything in there and make it look nice. So let's add some fine tunes here. That's one of the places I'm concerned. Yeah, the hot glue is good stuff because it doesn't conduct electricity, if you didn't already figure it out. So those are now covered. That's also one ugly spot there. Alright, next we will start stuffing everything in, but first we will need to take the cables out, of course. And now we go in. It just needs a little bit gentle bushes. We do not need any kind of bushes here, but I'm pretty sure it should go in. This is how they do it also in the motorcycle companies. They have pushers there. They will push stuff in the boxes. That's there. It's better be safe than sorry. Blinker. Braking. Another blinker. Whew. All works. Then we go on and use the glue, unfortunately. It sticks there pretty nicely even without the glue, but certainly sticks better with the glue. So here we glue. Need to be rather quick with this because of the glue. And here it goes. I will need to have it watertight. So I go around it with the glue. Alright, then we glue in the cables also. Superb! I will... Oops, that was hot. And here it is, ladies and gents. Brake light combined with blinker. So, thinking hindsight, it would have been better idea to add more cable. Otherwise, I guess it came out just nice. What do you say? Leave a comment or like and subscribe.